JC, how are you going to put the superheroes from Avengers into Little Miss Sunshine? They have nothing in common. What about a family dynamic? Of course Little Miss Sunshine has a family dynamic. It's a family, silly. But the Avengers? No. Yes. I want to share my theory of family dynamics within storytelling. Like archetypes, family dynamics allow audiences to recognize and relate to relationships they see on the screen without an explanation, allowing writers time to delve into the story they really wish to tell. Little Miss Sunshine uses the family dynamic in such a way to present us with a dysfunctional family right off the bat. I argue that the Avengers are a chosen family. While some of the nuances may be different, the overarching craft of the family dynamic still applies. Like in Little Miss Sunshine, the Avengers start in a rocky place.
Put that hammer down.
You want me to put the hammer down?
Are we done here?
But by the end, individual opinions are respected and everyone makes a valuable contribution. At least until the next movie when a new conflict arises. Let's start with the most obvious members in the family dynamic from Little Miss Sunshine and then the Avengers characters that fall into them. Right now, I'm focusing on the OG characters. Richard is a father and a motivational speaker. Initially, he expects his family to do what he wants, resisting any negotiation and compromise.
I'm sorry, I don't think this is an appropriate conversation. Honey, let's let Uncle Frank finish his dinner, okay? Shh.
He is obsessed with the idea of winning, and vulnerability is hard for him.
You took a big chance. It took guts, and I'm proud of you.
Okay, Dad, thank you.
Which is why, when he sees the error of his ways later in the movie, it is so powerful. Therefore, Richard is parent 1. They are usually very controlling and expect the family to follow their lead without question. They usually throw out criticism rather than constructive feedback if their family does not.
Frank, shut up.
Richard? Who could it be? Tony Stark doesn't like authority, unless it is his own. And the other Avengers aren't allowed to be involved in problem solving, unless he asks them to.
We need a plan of attack.
I have a plan. Attack.
He will criticize anyone who challenges him.
You have no idea what you're dealing with.
Shakespeare in the Park? Doth mother know you weareth her drapes?
But just like Richard, his confidence is just a projection shielding vulnerabilities.
I'm not crazy, Pepper. I just finally know what I have to do.
Tony Stark is now parent 1 in Little Miss Sunshine. Cheryl is a mother and Richard's wife. She is the rock in the family, calm and supportive.
You want to talk or no?
Like her husband, she has rules and expectations, but always validates and respects others' feelings and opinions.
I know you want to protect her, I know, honey, but you gotta let Olive be Olive.
Throughout the movie, Cheryl's passion and devotion towards her family makes us question the sacrifices she has made, the dreams she has left behind, and the hurt she conceals to protect her family. Cheryl is parent 2. They stay in charge no matter the pressure and use positive discipline and praise to reinforce good behavior.
Wayne, flight school. I will give you permission for flight school.
Who could it be?
We have orders. We should follow them.
Steve Rogers is loyal and dependable. He steps in and leads the diverse team, balancing personalities and ensuring they work to their strengths.
All right, listen up. Barton, I want you on that roof. Eyes on everything. Stark, you got the perimeter. Thor, you gotta try and bottleneck that portal. And Hulk, smash.
Like Cheryl, Steve Rogers sacrificed a lot to lead and protect this team, his family.
This is my choice.
Steve? Steve?
Steve Rogers is now parent 2 in Little Miss Sunshine.
Shit!
Language.
Knowing this, let's discuss the craft of family dynamics more in depth. Family dynamics have a hierarchy of conflict. Usually the greatest conflict is between parent 1 and parent 2.
Fury didn't tell me he was calling you in.
Yeah, there's a lot of things Fury doesn't tell you.
Relationships between parent 1 and parent 2 can be competitive or uninvolved or a mixture of the two in one or both parties.
You're a laboratory experiment, Rogers. Everything special about you came out of a bottle.
Competitive family dynamics exists when there is a rivalry between 2 or more family members. Uninvolved family dynamics are present when there is a lack of support, guidance, or even interest.
Sometimes there isn't a way out, Tony.
Right. I've heard that before.
Those in this uninvolved state can be dismissive and neglectful of family members and even toward themselves. Richard embodies an uninvolved mentality with a touch of competitive. Cheryl dips in and out of uninvolved. Where do you think Iron Man and Captain America sit? Let me know in the comments below. Who's next in the family dynamic? Dwayne is a teenager. His parents have high expectations of him, even if it's not aligned with what he wants, and they seem stricter with him than their other child. Dwayne is intelligent and committed to his goal of joining the Air Force. Initially, he is aloof, angry at his circumstances, and angry at his family that is self-combusting around him.
What about your family?
We see how heavily influenced he is by his family, and by the end he recognizes their importance in his life. Dwayne is the oldest child. They are usually high achievers and flourish best with a sense of purpose. Ties to family are strong because they benefit from their parents' sole attention in the first few years of life. They are proven to be influential leaders, stemming from the responsibility of setting a good example for younger siblings. Who could it be?
Thank you for coming.
Thanks for asking nicely.
Bruce Banner is introverted and theoretical. Science is his way of creating a sense of control and purpose in this world. His commitment to his Avenger family is so strong that he subjects himself to becoming the Hulk because they need him to do that.
Come out! Come out! What do you mean, no?
Like any oldest child, Bruce is held to a different standard. Parent 1, Tony Stark, highly values his intelligence and pushes him to use it.
We can only do it while we have the scepter here. That's 3 days. Give me 3 days.
So you're going for artificial intelligence and you don't want to tell the team?
I see a suit of armor around the world.
Sounds like a cold world, Tony.
I've seen colder.
When Bruce loses his sense of purpose, he loses his sense of self, avoiding his theoretical high achiever self. He also forgets about setting a good example for his siblings when this happens.
That's in my brain now.
Bruce Banner is now the oldest child in Little Miss Sunshine.
We got him.
Banner?
Just like you said.
And tell him to suit up.
Olive is a naive child who dreams of becoming Little Miss Sunshine in a beauty pageant. She has more freedom than her brother does, as her parents are more relaxed about her upbringing in comparison.
Olive?
Yeah?
Is Grandpa with you?
Yeah!
What are you guys doing?
Rehearsing!
Because of her age, it first appears she doesn't notice what's at stake in her family or for herself. But it becomes clear to the audience she wants to be someone special, particularly to her family. Olive is the youngest child, like me. Outgoing and rebellious, they have a clear path to success.
State contest in Redondo
Stretching themselves to succeed in everything they do. But they can also avoid others and themselves if they lack confidence.
Miss California, do you eat ice cream?
I love ice cream. My favorite flavor is chocolate cherry Garcia.
Okay, thanks.
Who could it be? Thor starts his journey in the MCU as rebellious and headstrong, wanting to be the best. He learns from the consequences of his actions that by the time it comes to the Avengers movie, he is outgoing and straightforward.
Loki is beyond reason, but he is of Asgard, and He's my brother.
He killed 80 people in 2 days.
He's adopted.
At one point, his confidence is so low, he avoids everyone and takes poor care of himself. His parents, Tony and Steve, let him run free, so to speak. And when it comes to his older sibling, Thor knows he isn't smarter than Bruce, but does endeavor to do right by him and everyone else in the family.
Prefer you.
Banner's friend.
I don't even like Banner. I'm into numbers and science and stuff.
Thor is now their youngest child in Little Miss Sunshine. Little Miss Sunshine has 2 siblings, but in the Avengers family dynamic, I think there's another child. The middle child is usually the peacekeeper. They've had practice compromising and negotiating with their siblings, and they can easily find a way to relate to others, even those outside the family. Sometimes they struggle to carve an identity for themselves inside the family or even outside of it. Who could it be?
I'm in the middle of an interrogation. This moron is giving me everything.
Natasha Romanoff was trained as a spy and assassin, so she knows people's emotions. She can relate to others and manipulate people to get what she wants from them.
You're a monster.
You brought the monster.
So, Banner, that's your play.
She's open and understanding when she is with people she cares about. But it's no picnic. She truly has to carve these relationships. In the long term, being a part of the Avengers family helps shapes how Natasha views herself and her place within the world. Within my family dynamic, we see Natasha build a meaningful and supportive relationship with parent number 2, Steve Rogers, as he validates and respects her feelings.
I think we both need to get a life.
You first.
And also the oldest sibling, Bruce Banner.
How long before you trust me?
It's not you I don't trust.
I'm trying to find a way to say this without sounding incest, but I can't, so moving on. Edwin is Richard's father and Dwayne and Olive's grandpa.
What? I coached her. I gave her the moves. I gotta go.
Edwin and Olive group together. He is her pageant coach and her safe space for her to share her insecurities.
You're just saying that.
No, I'm not. I'm madly in love with you. And it's not because of your brains or your personality. It's because you're beautiful, inside and out.
He influences her, for better or for worse. In the family dynamic, Edwin is a grandparent. The grandparent usually has unresolved issues with parent 1 or parent 2.
You're not gonna shut me up and say what I want. I still got Nazi bullets in my ass.
the Nazi bullets!
But builds an alliance, healthy or toxic, with one, if not all, the grandchildren. Family members who form alliances either do it to have a sense of belonging or to gain leverage over another family member.
We can tell them all to go to hell.
Who might the Avengers grandparent be? Nick Fury is responsible for the Avengers initiative. He is decisive, conscientious, and has a wicked sense of humor.
But given that it's a stupid-ass decision, I've elected to ignore it.
He takes zero bull from Tony, parent 1, and even has his ups and downs with Steve, parent 2. I think his relationship with the middle child, Natasha, solidifies his position as the grandparent. They have an alliance where Nick pushes Natasha to be the best she can be and to help get the Avengers initiative off the ground. Later, Natasha takes his wisdom and mentorship to heart and becomes a significant leader and peacekeeper in the Avengers. I can imagine the mashup scene when Nick Fury dies and the Avengers steal his body from the hospital and shove him into the bus. It'll just be the Hulk carrying him. Just the Hulk.
Okay, let's go.
Frank is brother to Cheryl and uncle of Dwayne and Olive. Initially, he is troubled after a relationship does not work out.
Thank you, Dwayne. Coming from you, that means a lot.
He finds comfort in his relationship with Dwayne at first, but then the entire family. In the family dynamic, Frank is the Pibling. They act as a mentor to one of the other family members, usually a parent who is floundering for one reason or another, or a child who lacks guidance from the parents. Other times they can be a mirror to that child or parent, foreshadowing who that character could become, the good, the bad, the ugly, demonstrating to the audience what is at stake for the child or parent if they do or do not become like the Pibling. Who could it be?
Agent Barton, report.
Clint Barton is focused and sometimes rogue and offhanded in his behaviour. He is a mentor and a mirror to Natasha, demonstrating the good she can do to make up for her past.
Agent Barton was sent to kill me. He made a different call.
And it's clear he'll do what he can to protect her and vice versa. Clint Barton is now the Pibling in Little Miss Sunshine.
Oh, I don't judge people on their worst mistakes. You didn't.
The next character I want to talk about in Little Miss Sunshine is the VW bus. This trusty vehicle sees the Hoover family through its ups and downs, becoming the vessel for their emotional journey, not just their physical one. JC, don't be silly. A VW bus in a family dynamic? Yes, when I define it as the family pet, it works. The pet, sometimes human, has a heart of gold, providing unconditional love, admiration, and support. Everyone in the family knows the pet may not be able to solve problems or make decisions in the usual sense, but that doesn't matter. They are an active part of the family. Help him! Come on! Come on, get in! Who could it be?
It's a vintage set. Took me a couple of years to collect them all.
Bill Coulson firmly believes in the system he serves. He is loyal and composed and may seem like an unassuming addition to this family dynamic, but he's a crucial addition.
Move away, please.
It's why when this happens, each Avenger truly feels the loss.
They're here. They called it.
And if you have a movie you'd like me to mash, let me know in the comments below. Until the next smash, bye! Sunshine, lollipops, and rainbows. I don't know the rest of the words, whatever. I finished the video. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie to you, that was a really, really hard video to film. I hope it didn't show, but I also want to be honest and tell you that these videos take a lot of energy and effort. So if you haven't subscribed already, please do, because I need your validation.